Hello everyone, my name is Jimmy and welcome back to The Last Lap. In today's episode, we're going to be breaking down everything you guys need to know about some news that came out this week and then about all of the races going on this weekend for NASCAR. We have the Truck Series at Knoxville for the first time, a dirt track for their second dirt race of the season. And we also have the Xfinity and the Cup Series at Atlanta for the second time this season. Before I hop into it, though, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button. It really does go a long way. It helps the channel grow. Also, you can hit that like button. We just hit 40 subscribers, which might not be a lot to a lot of people, but it's a lot to us, so thank you guys so much for that. We really do appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel. And you can also check us out on Instagram at The Last Lap News. We try to put some content on there throughout the week as well. Just like this previous week, Matthew posted a video with a few clips from Jimmy Spencer when he used to do the crying towel thing on the old NASCAR show on the Speed channel back in the day, and that was really funny to relive some of those moments. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the episode. I have Matthew on the show as always, and how are you doing today? Are you ready for some dirt track racing? Because I think a lot of people are ready for some more dirt track racing this weekend for the Truck Series. But how you doing this week?
Well, I'm ready for. I'm definitely ready for the truck race. That's the one race I've been looking forward to this weekend. Out of all the races this weekend, this is the one I've been looking forward to. Always love the dirt races. As for the Jimmy Spencer post, really nostalgic for me. You know, I always loved that show. It had brought personality. It was making fun of drivers, you know. Even though if it was your favorite driver, you probably weren't happy about it. But for other people, it was funny. But we need that back in these shows like Race Hub or NASCAR America. We need that back. If not, I'll do it myself. I will gladly bring out the crying towel every weekend. But yep, we're ready to get ready for this fun weekend we have.
I think we need hot take. I think we need Clint Boyer on NASCAR Race Hub. I think that would be hilarious. He would bring so much flavor to that, and he would be the guy that nobody could replace Jimmy Spencer, but I feel like Clint Boyer could get pretty darn close to what Jimmy Spencer did. But yeah, they also had Steve Burns on that show. Steve Burns, one of the greatest NASCAR reporters as well. But we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. Before we hop into our picks and predictions, though, we have some news that came out this week, and it's actually about Atlanta Motor Speedway, where the Cup and Xfinity Series will be this weekend. They announced that after the races that they will be doing a quote-unquote re-profile of the track. Basically, what that's going to look like is they are going to repave it, and they are also going to increase the banking by 4% in the corners, and they're going to make the track a lot more narrow. I think it'll be about 15 feet more narrow in the corners, so that's going to be interesting. For me, I'm not really looking forward to it, honestly. Like, I loved Atlanta back in the, I guess, early 2010s when the cars were slipping and sliding all around the track and all of that, and I feel like the past few years it hasn't been great. So I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of cautiously optimistic for this reprofile, they're calling it. The last time they did one of these was Texas Motor Speedway, and that's why I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't really know how it's gonna go. I think there's a little bit of optimism here, though, because they're going to be increasing the banking in the turns instead of decreasing it like they did with Texas, so there's a tiny bit of optimism there, but I'm not 100% sure what to think about it. So Matthew, what do you have to say about Atlanta Motor Speedway announcing this reprofile that they're going to be doing for next year?
Well, for one, I'm glad they're repaving the track at least, because we love tracks with older surfaces, but it's gotten so old, though, to the point that not even a lap in, your tire's already destroyed, it seems like. And same thing goes with Fontana. So I'm kind of glad they're repaving it. I think it's time. I mean, it was getting time to do that. But I do have concerns about this, though. The reconfiguring part. SMI's track record with these reconfigurations is not good at all. They did this with Bristol first. With all these tracks, that's like the least affected. Like the racing's still great there. While it did change a little bit, it's still one of the best races of the year. But at the same time, they did lose a day as a dirt, and it became a dirt track for one race. So that probably had something to do with that. But I think it was mostly just because of the weather. It's just so bad that people don't go to that spring race. That's probably why. As from experience, who's been to Bristol before, it always rains in the spring race. And Kentucky, they did the same thing, reconfiguring. It's not even on the schedule anymore. And we all know why. And then you also have Texas, who, once again, repaved and reconfigured the turns at least. And they don't even have 2 races on the schedule anymore. Well, technically All-Star race, but you get what I mean. They only have 1 points playing race now. So, yeah, their track record's not really that good. So I do have concerns about this, that they're getting a little too ahead of themselves. They think it's going to be, spectacular. It's going to change everything. Well, we don't know that because the next gen cars are coming out. We don't know how those cars are going to get affected by this too. So it could be good or it could be bad. So I'm going to remain optimistic here. I'm going to wait to see how this race goes. I want to see this race on TV before I make any assumptions. Unlike some people on social media who just automatically push the backlash trigger, but yeah, I do have concerns though, just because of their SMI's history with their reconfiguration of tracks and how that's been going. But other than that, I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm going to just wait, watch the race for next year, and then I'll judge.
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainties with the next gen car and everything. That could fix. It might not even be the racetracks that are the problem here. Like, they could go to Texas next year with the next gen car and put on an amazing race. So, like, we're not sure. It could be the next gen car, the package, the track itself. There's a bunch of different variables that are up in the air right now regarding this whole reconfiguration of Atlanta. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it pays off. There's just so many unpredictables that we can't really predict anything until we see something happen, like you said. So we'll have to wait and see until next year and see if they'll have 1 or 2 races on the schedule. They need to bring back a night race at Atlanta. I remember they did that for quite a while. So hopefully they could do that again in the future. That would be really cool to see a night Atlanta race.
It doesn't make sense when they're not doing it this race. I mean, just get the lights on. Wait for night.
Yeah, and especially in the middle of the summer too. But I don't know. They used to do it on Labor Day weekend. I think they would do it at night. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we need more night races. That's just a straight up fact. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about our picks and predictions for this weekend. All 3 series will be racing. The Cup Series has a few races left of the playoffs. The Truck Series, I think, only have 2 or 3 more races left until the playoffs, which is interesting because the Cup Series has like 6 or 7, I think. But yeah, I'm going to go first because Matthew wants me to do my Truck and Xfinity pick because he gets his Cup picks first. So for me in the Truck Series, this is going to be kind of an unpredictable race. There's a lot of stuff that could happen here. But I'm just going to go with my gut and the person who has a good amount of dirt experience and pretty good equipment as well. I'm going to go with Stuart Friesen. That's going to be my truck pick. I looked at his results for Bristol Dirt. I think he finished like 11th or 12th. He didn't have the best run there, but hopefully he can turn around and get me a point this weekend at Knoxville. So he's going to be my truck pick. And then for the Xfinity Series, you already know I have to pick Kyle Busch. He will be in the field once again, trying to sweep the season for the Xfinity Series, trying to go 5 for 5. So anytime Kyle Busch is in the field, I gotta pick him. So those are my 2 picks. And what are your 2 picks for the Truck and Xfinity Series?
Did you say Stuart Friesen was your truck pick?
I did.
Okay. Well, I gotta go Old Faithful here. Faithful here, and that's John Hunter Nemechek. I mean, it's my safe card. It's my safe driver right here, like Kyle Larson is in the Cup Series. I just gotta use it as a pick just in case. I mean, I made that mistake with Larson, the All-Star race. I didn't pick him because I thought it was gonna be a really unpredictable, and it turned out he still won the race, but even all of that. So I'm still gonna pick John or Nemechek, but I think anybody has a shot to win this race. I mean, Haley Deegan can win this race. Both Friesens are in this race, and heck, I mean, even Johnny Sauter can win this race. So, but yeah, I got John and Nemechek. And my Xfinity Series, I really wish I could pick Kyle Busch because this is probably gonna be his final Xfinity start of his career. I really wish I got to pick him, but I'm gonna go with Justin Allgaier, just because most of the time when Kyle Busch is in the field, he's always been the only one to really challenge it for the lead. Like Texas, he did that. Nashville, he did it. He didn't really do so at Road America, but I think Justin Allgaier has a shot here this weekend at Atlanta.
And I believe no. Did Allmendinger win at Atlanta in the spring? I think it was Allmendinger, right?
Last year.
Yeah. Well, no. What about in the spring though? They raced there. Didn't they race there in February or March?
In the spring, and Justin Allgaier won.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say I thought Allgaier did win that race. I said Allmendinger, but yeah, those are pretty solid picks, and you go ahead and do your Cup picks as well.
Alrighty, Cup picks for Atlanta. We all know who's my first pick, Kyle Larson again. Well, he was so dominant here at Atlanta this year, and then he choked away those last few laps to Blaney. So, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do that again. So I think Larson's gonna rebound for that. He's gonna win again this weekend, just like every other mile and a half. It seems like he's always been dominant. My second pick is going to be Chase Elliott because he just won last weekend at Road America. He's going to his hometown at Georgia, Dawsonville, nearby Atlanta. We all know the history there. So I got him as my second pick. And my third pick is going to be Kevin Harvick. I was thinking about him being my second pick, but SHR just hasn't been that good this year. But Kevin Harvick, this is one of his best tracks. So if anywhere he's going to rebound, it's going to be Atlanta, so I got Harvick.
Okay. I expected 2 of those picks from you, so I'm not super surprised with those, but those are good picks. As for me, I think my main pick, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch as my main pick, I think, just because he's been pretty much the second. Besides Hendrick Motorsports, he has been the guy that has kept up with them. You saw it in the Coke 600. You saw it at where else? I don't know. But Kyle Busch has been that second guy that's kind of been able to keep up with Kyle Larson. So I think Kyle Busch is a solid pick. He has won at Atlanta before a few times, so hasn't in a while. Yeah, the last time he won there was 2013, so even though it's been a while, I think Kyle Busch could be a solid pick. My second pick, I'll go with William Byron as my second pick. I feel like he already picked Chase Elliott anyways, but I feel like William Byron has kind of been right there. Honestly, it's like Kyle Larson up here, and then all 3 other Hendrick drivers are like right below him. So I feel like you could pick any of the Hendrick cars under Larson as a solid second option. So I'm going to pick William Byron as my second pick. And for my third pick, I'm going to go with Brad Keselowski because he has been known to be pretty good at Atlanta, kind of like Kevin Harvick. I think they've each won there several times in the past few years. So Penske hasn't been the best this year so far, but Ryan Blaney did win earlier in the year at Atlanta, and this is usually a pretty good track for the Fords, so I think Brad Keselowski is a pretty solid third option as well. So those are my 3 picks. Do you have anything to add before we go ahead and wrap this episode up?
Well, I'm just looking forward to Knoxville mainly. I mean, that's gonna be a really exciting race, and hopefully Atlanta does the same thing. But I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. But hey, I said the same thing about Pocono, and look what happened both races. So I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna be honest here.
Yeah, maybe you should keep saying that about every week, because you said it about Pocono, and both of those races were pretty good down to the end. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The previous Atlanta race.
Don't worry. I'll say the same thing about Michigan, because we all know we're gonna need that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. The Atlanta race in the spring wasn't. It was a good finish, but like the race itself wasn't that good. The final maybe 10-15. Final 10 to 15 laps were pretty good, but other than that, it wasn't amazing. But yeah, I think you and I think we're both just on a countdown to the rest of these 1.5-mile tracks, get them done, so we don't have to see this 550 horsepower combination with these cars anymore. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting how the playoffs are another thing to watch as well. The cut line, I think it's like 25 or 27 points between the cut line, so that'll be interesting to see how that shakes up. Maybe in the next few weeks we can get a surprise winner, throw them in there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the playoffs are another important thing to watch for these next few weeks. But we'll keep you guys updated on all of that as we go through the summer and count down to the start of the playoffs for this year. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode, and we will see you guys in the next one.